What's up YouTube? In this video, I wanted to show you how I run my company almost entirely from my iPhone. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching another one of my YouTube videos. If you're brand new to the channel, I am Ben, I'm an entrepreneur, and I vlog every single day about entrepreneurship, business, recruiting, which is the business that I run. Today, I wanted to talk to you about how I do pretty much everything on my iPhone. So of course, I have laptop capability, I have a full office, I can print things, I can do things the normal way, but I pretty much do everything on my phone because I'm constantly on the go. So with that being said, I wanted to dive right into my phone and show you exactly which apps I use, how I use them, and I think this will be extremely valuable to you because you can download the exact same apps and you can use them the exact same way that I do to run your company. So let's do that right now. All right, guys, so here we are right inside my iPhone. You're literally seeing every single app that I use and my home screen. So I wanted to do this systematically, so I want to go through and kind of explain first off my home screen. So I put the most important things for both my company and just personally on my home screen. So of course I've got photos, my camera, some really important banking stuff here. My WhatsApp is here, Uber's here, Slack is here for my team, YouTube, Facebook, which I'm constantly on, and then LinkedIn's here, as well as my notepad, and of course, obviously my email is definitely in here. And then obviously the basics, right? So those are going to be the core elements that I always use. Now let's get into how I run my company just from my phone, right? So you guys know I do a lot of YouTube. That's a huge thing of mine. So I'll pop into my YouTube, right? So this is how you would kind of see it if you were just looking at someone's YouTube channel. But if I were to go to, let's see here, create, I can actually just create a video right from my phone. So I can literally use any of these functions to go live, to create video, although I would definitely rather utilize my actual camera to do that because it'd be way more functional than actually using the function out of YouTube. But anyways, long story short, I can do pretty much whatever from there. The most important thing I really want to do is usually go into the YouTube studio because this shows me all of my content and all of the comments and how many views I have and how my videos are performing and what are my analytics, and I can look into all kinds of graphs and charts and crazy stuff. So pretty cool on that part, right? And it gives me information on the audience and stuff like that. So that's pretty sweet. So I'm often in the YouTube dashboard and looking at all my videos because I really love doing YouTube. So that's YouTube, and that's the YouTube studio itself. Another thing I'm big into is content creation. So creating like, infographics or things like that, or, posts with, various things on them. I use Canva a lot. So I have the Canva app on here, and I create all of my thumbnails through Canva as well. So this is a really easy way to see how I create, you've seen probably all of these thumbnails on my most recent videos. This is an infographic I posted and just a bunch of different stuff that I've created over time. It pretty much has everything in here. So Canva is one of my biggest ones. And I can literally create all that stuff directly on my phone, which is pretty sweet. So obviously, as you also know, I run Six Figure Recruiters, the Facebook group that you should all be in if you're not in it. But at any rate, basically, I can log in here, go to my admin activity, approve posts, deny posts, check on things, see how various things are going inside the group, check on group quality and look at the insight, see if there's any violations and whatnot, and do things like this. Go and check the engagement, and I can see things like, what are the most popular times on a certain day, like Right now it's Saturday, so what's going on? It looks like it's going to be really popular around 1 p.m. Then it kind of fades off. It was probably most popular around 9 a.m. it looks like. So it'll show me things like that. And I always like to look into the analytics on the data in the group. And of course, just be in the group itself. So having the admin stuff and being able to invite people and make posts and go live and stuff like that is really cool. So super big on the Facebook group. Now, let's talk about my recruiting agency. So my recruiting agency, there's a ton of different stuff that I use on my phone to actually be able to run the agency functionally and do sourcing and recruiting as well as business development, one of which would be utilizing LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is on my homepage. It's super important to me. So being able to, message with various people, obviously on here is definitely key. So LinkedIn Messenger is a big thing. Checking out just my network, who wants to connect. I'll connect with those people later. Doing various searches. Another cool thing I'll do is just hop right into the actual Sales Navigator app itself. And this is a really cool way that I can just do some actual searching through the app itself. So I can look for, whatever it is, law firms, IT, head of technology. I have all kinds of stuff in here, construction, obviously searching for leads, which would be people, or searching for accounts, which would mean companies, and I can use all those filters and stuff. So looking at that stuff is pretty sweet. Using the actual Sales Navigator app is pretty functional for me on the go. So that's pretty sweet. Going back to my home screen. Another cool thing I do is I actually use the Indeed method quite frequently. So sometimes I'll pop in here and I'll just type in, like paralegal, okay? And I'll look for paralegals in Seattle, like as if I'm actually looking for a job. And I'll find all of these law firms that are hiring paralegals, right? So it's really easy to find. Obviously, Robert Half, is a staffing agency or a recruitment company. But just looking here, I can find all of these companies that are currently hiring, posted 2 days ago, 30 days ago, 9 days ago. So you can, take a look at all this information and see who the companies are, and go back into LinkedIn and sort of run it through the backdoor method and go that way. So that's a huge part of business development and finding new leads for accounts. So that's pretty sweet. On top of that, I have also the employer Indeed account. So this basically just gives me this is my actual account that I utilize to functionally, work with people and place jobs and things like that. So for instance, these are some of my jobs that I've had open recently. If I want to look at pause jobs, these are jobs that were open way back. So like an administrative assistant, aerospace company, I was hiring for a construction company, a van, delivery driver, dental office admin. So there was a lot of, here's my closed jobs. So it'll show you the next 10. Yeah, just a lot of random stuff, right? So I can see, pretty much all the jobs and all the communications I've had with people. And I can go from here and actually, go and post jobs and do all that stuff from the actual app itself. So the app itself is super, super functional. I can change the status from this position to open and, start having it advertised and stuff like that. So the Indeed app for employers is something that's pretty sweet to have for sure. And it'll give you a ton of notifications that you have an unread message from various candidates and things like that. So pretty sweet as well. So the other one that I use a lot is, of course, Craigslist. So I teach and preach that Craigslist is definitely alive and well. And so, you can look at all the various random things that I've had on Craigslist. So I can go to my postings, my archived job postings for forklift drivers, regular non-CDL drivers, administrative assistants, things like that. So the Craigslist app is one that helps me out a whole lot on my phone. So I could literally go and just make a new posting for a new job pretty much like that. All I've got to do is go ahead and type up a job description and just find a location and, you know, say it's right here and continue, and basically it'll be a job offering, and you know, you do the same thing that you do on a computer, right? And continue and go from there and fill out all the information, and it's super simple. So that helps me out a bunch. The Craigslist app is super cool. Obviously, I do a lot of emailing, so a ton of back and forth emailing. I'm not going to scroll through my box with a bunch of private info, but my email is where I do a lot of communication. Alongside my email, if I ever need to go into my files, I can always find things that I need in my files. So people's resumes, random screenshots, listings of emails, like huge email lists, like things like that, just contracts, like whatever it might be, right? So I have all those things saved, and I can always access that stuff. And this is the same stuff that's on my computer. So my iPhone pretty much lets me just get to pretty much whatever I want through the file sharing on iCloud. So that's pretty sweet. Fiverr, of course. So Fiverr is where I get a ton of designs done. I had my logo done on Fiverr, website logo, company logo, like all kinds of stuff on Fiverr. And I communicate with, you know, all the people that I do business with on Fiverr. I can go through and manage orders, like look at random designs and various mock-ups and stuff like that. And of course, if I'm searching for something, it's really easy just to go and find a new logo designer or something like that. You know, it's just as easy as searching up, you know, who you want. You can filter if you want seller level to be only top rated. You can find the best of the best, but you're going to pay a lot of money that way. You can get really cheap logos for really good quality though. But that's Fiverr, so I use Fiverr a lot. A big one is Zoom, right? So Zoom is huge. I'm not going to log in or anything, but having the Zoom app is super cool. Just being able to basically Zoom from your phone. I mean, like having the ability to take meetings from your iPhone is just crazy, right? You know, if you set it up on a tripod, or even if you just hold it in your hand, doing Zoom meetings from your phone is just, it's just extra capability that you have on the go. So that's super cool for me. Another big one is iMovie. So I can literally take any one of my, you know, videos and create a movie. I can edit something that I've filmed. So let's say I've filmed a random video. You're just looking at stuff that I've created previously. So let's just say there's a movie here. I can create a movie out of that, and I can go through and I can do all kinds of edits and like all kinds of random stuff, and I can literally create an entire movie. Then I can upload that to YouTube, and I can use all iMovie on my computer as well, but it's literally just the same as using it on your phone. So it's that cool. Voxer. I haven't talked about Voxer. If you haven't heard of Voxer, it's a really cool app. So I'm not going to go to the chats, but Voxer is awesome. So basically Voxer acts like a walkie-talkie. So I believe it's $3.99 per month, but pretty much it's the coolest thing ever. I mean, it's just like Facebook voice messenger, but you can voice message for like 5 minutes at a time. You don't need to cut it short to a minute long or something like that. So that's pretty sweet. So that's another one that I use a lot. One that I also use quite a bit here and there is Numbers. Numbers is the equivalent of Excel for Mac. So basically, this just essentially goes through, and I have an email list pulled up right now But yeah, I can literally just go through this email list and I can do random things with it. I could email it to someone, I could export it, I could do whatever. But it pretty much acts like Excel. So Numbers is a really cool app to have around for sure. All right, so the last app that I wanted to show you guys is the DocuSign app. So of course, in recruitment, I'm obviously sending out a lot of contracts, and this is a crucial app to have. So I can simply create documents, I can sign documents, I can receive documents. There's so many different things I can do. If I just want to create one, go into my files and go in and grab a direct hire contract, right? This is an example one, but you've all seen this one before probably, but nonetheless, I can grab that and basically just go ahead and instantly have a document set up for direct hire or whatever it might be, and just move on and literally set the signers, just like you would on DocuSign on a laptop. So anyways, this is a really, really cool app to have, just so you can do documents and contracts on the go. So anyways, long story short, DocuSign, definitely good app to have for running your business on the go. So anyways, guys, I'm going to hop out and go to the other side. I hope this was really beneficial to get an insight into my own phone and what I use. Yeah, I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, I hope that was extremely valuable to you. If it was, please go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and the alert button so that you know every single time I come out with a brand new video. Until then.